Hi, this is Fran with Stampendous, and I want to show you some fun ideas that feature the Tranquil Rose Frame. And we called it that for a reason. You can see here all of the different pieces. And going back to the earlier designs that we did in this series that were all called frames, we designed them to work beautifully with the pop frame die set. And so the earlier ones, the frame area was all in one piece, but now we've given you more flexibility by doing the frame in two pieces. And as you can see here, the roses really work to enjoy them in so many different color schemes. And here we have used the frames just as a straight border piece. You can do it on A2 cards or all the way down a slim, and as well as create a larger frame for your A2 cards. But here I want to show you how we're going to use it to fit the frame die itself. So let's start with that. So with the frame pieces, you'll see that we have the wavy frame, and there are three different sizes that you could use as the interior section of it if you want. And so to get these pieces to fit to that, the important thing is to first die cut your wavy shape. So let's stamp this in a dark green just for good visibility here. So often, we were doing it on the white paper, and it does just fit to have that message in the inside. But let's stamp on the color paper. So I've got the long one on my block, and if you can see, it kind of comes in at an angle. I want to turn it that direction and start out to the edge. We'll ink it again and turn this around. I tried to break the pattern in the way that would be the easiest. And again, if you look at this one, the little curls on the end make it a little bit longer reach this way, and that's the direction that we want to now fill. Coming in this way, and I've turned it to just fit the wavy pattern going that way. Okay, so if you wanted to use it solid, or if you wanted to cut an opening, or if you wanted to die cut your message and pop it up, you've got all different options, but that's how it was designed to fit the frame dies. Okay. Because it's separate pieces, let's now do a whole stamping on this A2 card. I'm going to start with my roses, and on this, cream color paper, I have a green thumb for the first time. My mom has the green thumb for garden, not me. I just enjoy all the beautiful flowers that grow. I think I had black ink on this. Okay, this dark green on the cream color paper I think is going to look quite nice. Okay, so I'm going to stamp this off the edge on this side. And then I stamped it ahead on my sticky notes, and it just fit. And I trimmed it intentionally, almost cutting off that outside edge. so that even the thickness of the paper isn't a problem. And I always cut 3 at a time. Might as well. And then you have them to reuse and store them with your stamps. So now we can cover this up. And let's do the border. And if you're just wanting to judge where things fit, your carrier is a helpful way to check and see that this now is the perfect length for the A2 card. So let's go ahead and stamp that on this end. I'll stamp it again on this end. And again, I've turned it so that the angles, if you think like a picture frame, the angles are coming in. And then we'll ink it again. And now, because of the mask, it'll work just fine. I've turned it again. Okay. And up here, I can center it and it fills it in quite nicely. So we'll just go with that. Okay. And before I take that off, I'll just show you, let's see, our little message would just fit in that opening if I wanted to go that route. But I've given you a beautiful little cluster of leaves, and reposition that. Let's say we want to add some more leaves here. And perhaps up here as well. I can have them just peeking out behind the mask, have a beautiful array of flowers, and it'll look a bit different every time I combine it in different ways. And actually, since we haven't left room for a message, but we do have room for a little butterfly. So let's add that in the middle. Okay, so now you see the versatility of having that frame in segments, and you can enjoy a lot of different combinations. And on this one, I think I'll just enjoy my color pencils on the soft cream color paper and make a beautiful, elegant card. I wanted to mention as well, we've had some very fun things using the curve out of this frame die set. And this one I used in conjunction with the gift card wallet. And you can see the other dies from that set. But the curve of this sets off a beautiful way to combine that. And the little tab tucks in. And on this one, I used it for some very fun little flaps. And you can see how the leaves can be turned and you can create a pattern all the way around. And I used the same plan on this one on the card. And then with the butterflies, I wanted you to see how you can do a fun pattern. Die cut first, and then you can stamp along that curve, and with a little bit more sponging on the edges, you can do a very nice little finished piece. And then I wanted to show you this one. I found it was a very fun way. Once I had created the spinner card idea that worked so well for the Bumblebee Happy set, and you can go and look for that video for all the details. But I made a little spinner with just all the little butterflies and let them just fly continuously all the way around. And that was a very fun option as well. And then I wanted to show you this one. And we've got a lot of lovely messages in the new Winged Wishes message set, and several others that work in beautifully. So with this A2 card, on the inside, it opens up, and here we're making full use of the frames, and this is our little double frame. And I'll just briefly remind you, we have another video that we did, and if you see the template, you'll see how easy it comes together. So my dimensions for this, 5 1/4 by 10, folded in half at the 5, and using the die, I position it about 1/4 of an inch away from the fold with the tab to this end, and you run it through folded, and when it comes out, this shows you how you're going to reinforce all the score lines. And this little gusset in here is going to get glued together in a solid piece, and that big piece then fits into the center of your card, and that little gusset allows the whole thing to go flat to fit in your A2 envelope. So that's, look for the video on the double frame card. So take a look at our gallery for all of the Tranquil Rose Frame.